Are you hurting and broken within? Overwhelmed by the weight of your sin? Jesus is calling. Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink from the well? Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Leave behind your regrets and mistakes. To come today, there's no reason to wait. Jesus is calling. Bring your sorrows and trade them for joy. From the ashes, a new life is born. Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Oh, come to the altar. The Father.
anymore. I want to go and do my own thing. But when he went out there, he found out that his own thing was the wrong thing. But somebody knows that he made up in his mind that it was time to go back. And when he started walking back, his daddy saw him from afar off. The text says that the boy came walking. But when daddy saw him, daddy had outstretched arms, and he ran to hug his son. I don't know about you, but I'm glad today that God saw me from afar off. And he didn't leave me there. He didn't wait till I got. He came to meet me where I was. His arms are open. His arms are open so you can. Sometimes you just gotta get it for yourself. Sometimes you gotta get it for yourself. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm just so grateful that God's arms are open. And I just want to serve notice to you today that God's arms are still open to you. That the Father still has love for his son and his daughter. That the Father still has forgiveness in his heart for you. Come on, let's go to the titties. Come on, if you love God, just put your hands together and give God a hand of praise. That sounds rather lukewarm for some folks who said they love the Lord. I said that sounds rather lukewarm for folks who said they love the Lord. I said if you love the Lord, you ought to put your hands together and give God praise. Real praise is understand that you don't need nothing but an opportunity. Real praise is understand that you don't need nothing to happen. You just need an opportunity to give God praise. I'm a real praise is who know you got that God has brought you through too much. He's brought you too far. All you just need is an opportunity. Well, this is your opportunity. Real praise, you ought to put your hands together. You ought to open up your mouth and just saturate this table with your praise. Come on. You ought to saturate this place with your praise. Come on. That's what it means. Give God the fruit of your lips. You ought to just begin to bless him with your mouth. God, we love you. God, we adore you. We magnify you. We lift your name on high. John chapter 4. Come on, redemption, we believe in standing for the word of the Lord. We believe in standing for the word of the Lord. John chapter 4. We're going to touch two verses, but I want you to consider the chapter. John chapter 4, verses 5 and 7. If you don't have your device or your Bible, you're welcome to look at the screen. Amen? Amen. Amen. Let's do it. So he came to a town of Samaria called Sychar, near the field that Jacob had given to his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, wearied as he was from his journey, was sitting beside the well. The text says it was about the 6th hour. In verse 7, this is where the magic happened. It says, and a woman from Samaria came to draw water. So he came to a town, Samaria, called Sychar, near the field that Jacob had given to his son Jacob. Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, as he was weary from his journey, sat down beside the well. The text says it was about the 6th hour. That's when the woman of Samaria came to draw water. I want to continue my thought from last week. Hashtag death to self. Hashtag death to self. Come on, let's give God a hand of praise. Can we do this one time for the Lord? One time for the Lord. Can we give God a hand of praise? Yeah. About the rich young ruler, the man who met Jesus while he was yet journeying on his roadside. I know that much has been said and written about this young man, but can we please give him credit for the one thing he did do? Can we give him credit for the fact that he just set out to see Jesus? Maybe their encounter did not end favorably. Maybe it didn't end the way that it could have or it should have ended, but at least he made it his business to come and see Jesus. Maybe he did think too highly of himself, but at least he understood that he was lacking something in his life, and he made his way to see the Lord. I wish you somebody called that. This will preach all by itself. I know it's rather early in the message, but can I preach it the way I feel it? I'm reminded of the time that when David heard that the Ark of the Covenant, which represents the presence of God, was blessing Obed-Edom's house. And so David made up in his mind, even though King David had much more than what Obed-Edom had, yet he realized that what he didn't have was what Obed was getting. I said that he had everything that Obed did not have, but he realized that what he didn't have is exactly what Obed-Edom was getting. So David made up in his mind, he told everybody around, listen, it's time to get up from where we are and go get it. Maybe a while ago, a few years ago, the young ladies Mary and Erica and Tina Campbell dropped a song. They said, go get it, go get your blessing. I don't know about you, but I came here today to get what? That's why I came to get everything that God had for me. Listen, I don't know how you feel about it, but watch this. He says, go get it. I don't know whatever your it is, but what I do know is that your it is in the Lord. I don't know whatever your it is, but whatever your it is in Jesus. Is there anybody who came to give God glory? Is there anybody who came to worship the Lord? Is there anybody who came to meet God in this place? Listen, I need you to understand. One day Moses was just tending to his business, and he looked up and he saw a fire on the mountain. And so Moses said, what is that fire burning? So Moses went up to the top of the mountain and he saw this bush that was burning, but the bush did not burn up. And all of a sudden he heard this voice from heaven and said, take off your shoes, because where you're standing is on holy ground. Somebody didn't catch that. In other words, listen, they're on the roadside of a dirty mountain. It ain't nothing but dirt and trees all around them. And then the Lord spoke up and said, take off your shoes, because even though you're on the dirt, you're on holy ground. Somebody said, how can you have church in a school? Because wherever the Lord is, it's holy ground. I need you to understand that when you came in this place today, you came to give God. Is there anybody who came to go get it? You ought to push somebody and say, go get it. Go get it. Don't get your blessing. I don't know what you came to get, but I do know that everything you need is wrapped up in Jesus. I don't know what you came here to do, but I do know that everything you do is wrapped up in Jesus. What somebody say, go get it. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and then the stuff that you want will be added. The thing is, seek ye first the kingdom, and everything you want will be added. I need you to understand that everything you need is in Jesus. Some of us are too wrapped up in going to get stuff. You got to go and get Jesus. And everything you need flows out of him. He says, I am that I am. In other words, everything you need him to be, he will be. If you need him to be a friend, somebody know that he's been a friend. If you needed him to be a mother, somebody know that he'll be a mother. If you needed a father in your life, somebody know that he'll be a... I don't know what you need, but whatever you need, somebody shout whatever. Whatever you need is wrapped up. It's wrapped up in Jesus. So as we transition on today, this particular text talks about the time that Jesus troubled himself enough to detour to the town called Samaria. I said, as we transition, the text today talks about the time that Jesus troubled himself enough to detour to a town called Samaria. See, it was one day while Jesus had set out on a journey with his disciples that he had an encounter with this Samaritan woman. Let it be known that this was an actual encounter. This was not a parable. This was not just a story that illustrates some kingdom principle. This was an ordained meeting. This was an ordained meeting. Matter of fact, the text lets us know that the text says, and he must needs go through Samaria. That he must needs go through Samaria. Some translation says he had to go through.
That's it.
He had to pass through Samaria. Here's what I love about Jesus. Can I tell you what I love about Jesus? Can I tell you what I love about Jesus? I don't want to tell you if you don't want to hear it. Can I tell you what I love about Jesus? Watch this. Not only does Christ have this compelling passion to come and see about this broken woman. I said, not only does Christ have this compelling passion to come and see about this broken woman. But according to the text, watch this, he also broke the rules just to bless her. Not only does he have this compelling passion to come see about this broken woman, but the text lets us know that he broke the rules just so he could come and bless her. What do you mean he broke the rules? You understand that customarily the Jews, while journeying, would do just about anything recommended to avoid Samaria. That was the rule. They didn't desire to make contact with Samaritans. That was their rule. They didn't talk to Samaritans. They had no dealings with Samaritans. Matter of fact, they looked down on the Samaritans. They wouldn't even be found setting foot in Samaria. They would much rather just go around. So that was the rule. But I don't know how you feel about it, but had he not broken the rules, I would still be broken. Had Jesus not broken the rules, I wish somebody, had he not broken the rules, you and I would still be, you do know that it's against the rule to fraternize with the enemy. You do know that it's against the rules to fraternize with the enemy. Yet the Bible declares that while we were yet enemies to God, that he sent his son to die for us. Somebody should have been jumped up and shouted. While we were yet enemies to God, he sent his son to die for us. I don't know about you, but is there anybody who's glad that Jesus broke the rules just so he can come and bless you? Thank you, Lord, for breaking the rules. The old songwriter said, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I wish somebody had church with me. If it had not been for the Lord, watch this, he wasn't even supposed to be on my side. You do know that Jesus is holy. Holy folk don't deal with lowly folk. Church folk don't really deal with worldly folk. But the songwriter says, if it had not been for the Lord on my side, where? I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm so glad that he broke the rules. Because the rules of engagement wasn't supposed to apply to me. This was a holy God who was sitting on his throne in glory. But he looked down low enough just to see me and said, let me go and see about my boy. That wasn't supposed to happen. He broke the rules. Sinful folk ain't supposed to hang out with holy folk. Because most of the time, when sinful folk hang with holy folk start acting sinful. The text says that evil company will corrupt good habits. I'm in the text. Evil company will corrupt good habits. So you know how you tell your son not to hang out with wrong folk? He wasn't supposed to be hanging out with us. Matter of fact, the Pharisees looked on him and said, why does he hang out with those harlots and those wine drinkers and those sinful folk? He ain't supposed to be hanging. If he knew what man or woman that was, he wouldn't even let her trust her. But Jesus said, listen, she got so much sin to forgive that I gotta love on her anyway. In other words, he broke the rules. Is there anybody here that God broke the rules just so he can bless you? Is anybody here that God broke the rules just so he could? If it had not been for the Lord on my side, I don't know. In other words, had he not broken the rules, you and I would still be some broken folk. The truth of the matter is some principles are still broken. But yet he's desiring to come and see about you. The truth of the matter is some of us are still broken. Some of us are still suffering from broken hearts. Come from broken families, broken situations. But the Lord still loves you. You do know that. The scripture tells us that we're like clay, but he's the potter. And so whatever is broken on the clay, the potter's hand. I wish I had a church. The potter's hand. The potter's hands are yet willing to wrap itself around you. To heal those broken pieces, to fix what's broken into your life. Everything that's been destroyed, he wants to restore. Everything that has been taken away, he wants to pour back. The potter's hands. Is there anybody glad that the potter's hands? I've come to discover that when we get out of character, we get out of line, folk like to walk away. They don't like to be associated with the low folk and folk who mess up. You know how they tend to lift us up just to tear us down. And when they tear you down, they leave you alone. But that's when God will come and see about you. And I don't know about you, but I'm just so glad on today that no matter where I am in my life, God will stop and come and see about me. Tell somebody he'll come and see about you. No, you told the wrong about it. You ought to tell somebody he'll come and see about you. So the text lets us know, and I'm paraphrasing just a bit, that Jesus entered the Samaritan village. The text lets us know that he was weary from his walk and decided to take a seat down by the well. And notice that Jesus could have sat anywhere. But he decided to sit by the well. He understood that though he was weary from his journey, yet he was still on an assignment.
Praise that. Yes, he was.
Though he was weary from his journey, he understood that his assignment was to be there. Even though he was tired from walking as far as he could have walked, he still sat down by the well because he had an assignment. So he strategically places himself where? By the well. Why does Jesus, being weary from his journey, places himself by the well? The question is why? Well, verse 7 gives us a clear answer. Verse 7 says there was a woman from Samaria who came to draw water. That's why he places himself at the well, because there's a woman, verse 7. Says a woman from Samaria came to draw water. Listen, can I suggest to you that not only will Jesus break the rules just to bless you, but I need you to understand that he will also, watch this, wait on you. I thought it was good news. Not only will Jesus break the rules just to bless you, but I need you to understand that he will sit there and wait on you. Let me put this in its proper perspective. Maybe you'll catch it. Listen, Jesus only had 3.5 years to accomplish everything that he had to accomplish. He had 3.5 years to accomplish everything that he had to set out to accomplish, which means he really didn't have time to be sitting around and waiting. His time was much too precious. But yet he moved with precision. And no matter what his plans were, people remained his priority. In other words, the fact that Jesus thought enough of her to wait on her, watch this, only substantiated the value of her. The fact that Jesus thought enough of her to wait on her only substantiated the value of her. You ought to high five about 3 people and tell your baby, I'm worth waiting for. Actually, you might have high five the wrong 3 people. I said, high five 3 folks that come that you can come in agreement with and say, baby, I'm worth waiting for. Forget what they told you, baby, I'm worth waiting for. A few years ago, my wife and I took the kids and we went downtown. We just socializing downtown, and while we were downtown, we said, we're going to go ahead and wait. We're going to sit there at Gus's Chicken, and you know the line downtown at Gus's Chicken is wrapped around the corner, and sometimes it takes about an hour or 2 hours just to get in. And so while we were downtown just hanging out, Mom, we decided we're going to eat some of this world-renowned Gus's fried chicken. And so we put our name on the list, and we just sat there and waited. And after a couple of hours, we finally were able to put foot in the door. And after we stepped in the door, we had to wait on that waitress to seat us. And when we waited on the waitress to seat us, we still had to wait to place our order. And once we placed the order, we had to wait on the chicken to come. But when the chicken hit the table, Mama, when the chicken hit the table, when I took one bite of the chicken, somebody knows that it was well worth waiting for. I need you to understand that I've been some places in my life and done some things that I should not have done. But I need you to understand that the Lord will fix a wait on me. That baby, I'm worth waiting for. I don't know about you, maybe you've done some things. You ain't always been so broken this way. They have not always been right. You ain't always been perfect. You haven't always made the right decisions. You haven't always done the stuff you were supposed to do. But listen, the Lord was sitting by the way of waiting on you. You ought to tell somebody, baby, I know I messed up, but I'm worth waiting. I'm worth the wait. I'm worth the wait. So the songwriter says, please be patient with me. Why because God is not through. Some of y'all like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey had a show that says, he ain't through with me yet. Listen, I need you to understand that the reason why you can wait on me is because God is still working on me. Maybe I'm going to come this way. I remember when I was little, my grandma had a garden in the back. You know, we always had no money to run to the store. So grandma had seeds. And she was putting seeds in the ground. She had to till the ground, which means she had to get the ground ready. And once the ground was ready, she dropped them seeds in the ground. And watch the stuff that she planted didn't come up right away. We had to sit around and wait. But once that stuff started breaking ground, when the seed began to germinate and begin to... The seed that she put in the ground began to do something. And after a while, what she put on the ground wasn't a little seed no more. Tomatoes started coming up from the ground. Watermelon started rising up from the ground. We even had a pecan tree in the back. Pecan trees in this right season began falling to the ground. Listen, we didn't have it when we planted it, but we just waited. And when we waited on the Lord, I'm going to tell somebody I'm worth waiting for. Ladies, I need you to understand that you're worth waiting for. Ladies, I need you to understand that you're worth waiting for. Forget what society is telling you. Forget what television is telling you. Forget what technology is telling you. Forget what the TV shows are showing you. Baby, you are worth waiting for. And if you can't wait on you, you get it. Somebody know you got to keep on moving. Ladies, I need you to high five about 3 other ladies and tell them, baby, I'm worth waiting for. And if you can't wait, I got to keep moving. Preachers, pardon me for not being expositional or even chronologically accurate. But can I flip the script right here? We do know that at some point in her life, she had been dropped. This lady, by the way, had been dropped by 5 times, by 5 deaths, or through divorce. We just know that she had been dropped at least 5 times. Not only had she been dropped 5 times by 5 different brothers, but apparently there was another brother that was laid up in the house. And he wasn't even her husband. That's what the text tells us. She had been, watch this, she had been with all the wrong men. But now the right man was in reach. She had been with all the wrong men, but now the right man was in reach. For we know that Jesus had been resting at the way, awaiting her arrival. But what she did not know was that her whole life she really been waiting on a man like him. In other words, they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall not. I wish I could preach it like I said it. They that wait on the Lord. They that wait on the Lord. He may not come when you want him, but somebody knows that he's always. That people went so far as to say that he's an on-time God. Yes, he is. He may not come when you want him, but he's an on-time. Somebody shout, yes, he is. If you know that Jesus is worth waiting for, somebody shout, yes, he is. When I pray, he don't always come when I want him, but somebody knows that he will show up in the nick of time. He will show up in the midnight. He will show up when I don't have money to pay. He will show. Somebody shout, he shows up. Can I give you some more good news? Not only will he show up, but when he show up, he will. We got to move. So for the next several verses, Jesus again begins to continue to break the cultural norm. For the next several verses, Jesus continues breaking the cultural norms. Watch it, just by talking to her alone, he's coming against the gender differences. See, first century Palestinian men did not talk to unknown women. They didn't talk to women that they did not know. By talking to her alone, he's breaking the gender norm, gender differences. Not only is he breaking the gender differences, but he's breaking the religious differences. Let me hurry up and remind you that Jews had no dealings with the Samaritans. Matter of fact, they considered the Samaritans to be unclean people. So they had no contact with Samaritans. So not only was he breaking the gender and religious differences, also by talking to her alone, he's coming against the social differences.
Wow.
Religious leaders normally would not converse with a woman of such a reputation. Religious leaders did not converse with women who had reputations like she had. Yet, but watch this. Yet whatever else Christianity is, listen, Christianity should cause us to come into a collision course with our culture.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever else Christianity is, Christianity should cause us to come into a collision course with our culture. In other words, the Christ in you should make the difference around you. The Christ in you should make the difference around you. The gospel, according to Michael Jackson, said you ought to start with the man in the mirror. The change you want to see starts in me. The Jesus in you should change the atmosphere around you. The Jesus in you should change the atmosphere. Why is it that when we get in the car with folks who don't go to church like we go to church, we change the radio station and make them feel more comfortable?
Yeah, you tell the truth.
Why is it if we had a high time on Sunday, we get to work and won't even talk about it? Why is it when Jesus has done something wonderful in your life, if people don't agree like you agree, you stop talking about it?
Wow. Come on.
The Jesus in you should change the atmosphere around you, not the other way around.
That's right.
There was a song that says, we have no more time for closet Christians.
Yeah.
Tell your neighbor, come out the closet.
Come on. Thank you.
I'm just playing. Don't you come out the closet. You better come to the altar.
Preach, Pastor.
The Jesus in you should change the atmosphere around you. Can I challenge you that when you get to work, you ought to just still be who you are?
Yeah.
When you go to school, if you sold out, don't change when you get to school. You still got to be who you are. The Jesus in you should change the atmosphere around you. And when he truly lives and is standing up in you, watch this, you don't even have to utter his name. It's something about the light of him that will glow from the inside out. There's something about your countenance that ought to change because you spent time with him. Moses spent so much time with God on the mountain that when he came down, his face was glowing. But watch what Moses did. Instead of letting his face shine, he put a veil just to cover it up because people were scared of what he had on. The world is fearful of the God in you. But I need you to understand that the world needs you. There's something that he put on the inside of you that the world needs. And you have to take off the veil because the God in you is trying to stand up in you to change the atmosphere around you. If you want your family to go to heaven, maybe it starts with you. If you want change in your school and in your community, maybe it starts with you. Maybe that's why he planted you in the middle of a rough neighborhood. Maybe that's why you're seated in a family that don't go to church enough. Maybe you're the one who's supposed to bring the change.
Wow. Yes, God.
That's part of your assignment. Jesus was as human as you and I. He got tired. He got weary. He got worrisome. He got scared. But in spite of how he felt in his humanity, the godliness in him stood up because he had to be who he was called to be.
That's right.
We got to keep moving now. We got to keep moving. Verse 16. Verse 16 says, so Jesus says to her, go, call your husband, and come here. The woman answered, I have no husband. Theologically, we understand Jesus to be omniscient, which means having perfect knowledge, which means all-knowing. Therefore, we also have to understand that when he asked her this question, it was one that he already knew the answer to. You know how we ask our children stuff that we already know the answer? Well, what you knew at school, like you didn't know already. So it wasn't that it was a rhetorical question. It was more so a loaded question.
Okay.
It was a question that forced her to see herself for who she truly was.
Wow.
It was a question that forced her to see herself for who she truly was. And you do know that you can't stand before the light and not be exposed.
That's right. That's right.
Before she could get the living water that she wanted,
Yeah.
she had to realize that she was a sinner in need of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before she could get the living water that she wanted, she had to realize that she was a sinner who was really in need of it. Hashtag death to self.
Yeah. Wow.
Can I ask you this question on today? What secret area in your life is God trying to expose to you?
Help us.
What secret area in your life is God trying to expose you? What secret thing that you know? We can act like we all got it together. We don't like to put our stuff on Front Street. We want to, you know how we are. I don't want everybody knowing my business. I'm discreet. Don't tell everybody what I'm looking at. You know how you go to Vegas and stays in Vegas, happy in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Right. What secret area in your life is he trying to expose? Not publicly, but trying to expose to you. He asked her the question not because he didn't know it. He asked her the question not so everybody else can hear it. He asked her the question so she could see for herself.
Yeah.
There's something that the Holy Ghost is revealing in front of your face right now. I just believe by faith that there's some area in your life that he's flashing in front of your eyes right now. That thing that you know you do. The text message that you know you just sent.
My God.
The jump off that you just got out of last night. What secret area in your life? Maybe you cut somebody out on the way to church. Maybe in your mind you're cussing out somebody right now.
Help, Holy Ghost.
There's a secret area in your life that you know is not quite godly. What secret area in your life is he trying to expose to you?
Yeah.
You see, the public me is the proud pastor of RLC.
Yeah.
One of the freshest ministries in the entire city.
Yeah.
The public me is an educated man with a bachelor's degree, just 4 classes shy of obtaining my master's in theology. The public me is the husband of one wife, who is not just the first lady of RLC, but the only lady, be it publicly or privately.
Yeah, all right.
The public me has 5 beautifully gifted children who all call me daddy and look to me to impact them daily. The public me has been known to be a man of the community, has even been referred to as a man of transparency and integrity, one whom you feel comfortable enough following. That's the public me. But what I know about me is that the public me and the private me yield some inconsistencies. I wish that I could be privately what I'm perceived to be publicly. See, there are times where the God in me is not as apparent as the flawed humanity.
Come on now.
I said there are times where the God in me is not as apparent as my flawed humanity. The truth of the matter is that privately I have issues. The truth of the matter is sometimes you say the wrong thing, I just might talk back. The private, that's the private me. The public me knows how to act, but the private me got some issues. The private me is still maybe got daddy issues. The private me is still mad at the fact that my mama is gone, but your mama still. The private me got some issues. I don't think that I stand by myself. Publicly, we know how to sit in here and act all dignified, but the private me is ghetto. I'm not all by myself. The public me has been cleaned up and knows how to act, but the private me sometimes gets out of character. The public me would not dare say anything ungodly, but the private me, the private me might have some cuss words every now and again. The public me is on point, but the private me is off the mark. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody. The public me might look good, but the private me ain't got no good in me. Is there anybody who got some issues? an issue. And the private me needs the Lord to step in and work on me. The private me needs to catch that Jesus at the wheel. The public me looks good. The public me can trick you. I can trick you by getting dressed up, make you think I got some money. The public me can throw a few words out and say, oh snap, this boy's smart. The public me can do some things that give you the insinuation that I'm better than I really am. But the private me, touch your neighbors, I got some issues. No, you got to say it like you got some issues. I got some issues. God can't change you. Watch that hashtag death to selfie. He can't clean you up until you're ready to expose the real. See, when we had company coming over, my mama used to listen. She wouldn't just let us get the house all right. We had to get that Mercury also. Turn on that Saturday morning blues and go to work. Watch it. See, the surface areas, that wasn't enough to clean the surface area. We had to pick up stuff and dust up under. We had to pick up the couch and move the couch out the way and vacuum up. Said, Mama, ain't nobody gonna see this shit. Boy, get the house in order. I need you to understand that Jesus is calling you to get your house in order. That means you might need to take off some of that stuff that look good and work on some stuff that can't nobody. You need to take off. Every now and again, it's time to put that public you up and deal with the private you. Hashtag death. Death to selfie. See, until my private me catches up to my public me, then daily I need to demonstrate death to selfie. Until my private me can catch up to my public me, then that means I need to daily practice death to selfie. I'm almost in my seat. Verse 27. Just when the disciples came back, they marveled that he was talking with a woman. In other words, they were tripping that he was breaking the rules. So they ain't going to ask. So, man, you see him talking to her? You know he ain't supposed to be talking like that. What are you doing? But they didn't want to say it out loud. That's what the scripture tells them. That's what they were thinking, but they didn't say it. And that's when I like this part, verse 28. So the woman left her water jar and she went away. I got to wrap this thing up, but can I suggest to you that when she came carrying a heavy load. But after her encounter with the Lord, somebody knows she left lighter. When she came carrying a heavy load. But when she walked away from it, she walked away a little. Tell your neighbor, it's time to drop that dead weight. So somebody came in here today feeling a little heavy. So somebody came in here carrying baggage and carrying some weight. But I need you to understand it's time to drop that dead weight. Watch that. When you do hashtag death to self, and there's some stuff in you that's supposed to die. And when it dies, you're supposed to drop off your dead weight. I need you to understand that when you came in this place, you don't have to leave the same way you came. Can you give God a shout? Because when you came in this place, you might have been burning down. But I bet you somebody's going to leave you just a little bit lighter. It was Bishop G. Patterson that said, you don't have to leave here like you came. In Jesus' name. Watch it. He said, you don't have to. In other words, you got an option. You can come in here with your bags and leave them. Or you can pick your bags up and go out the door the same way you came. You got to take it there. You got a choice. But you don't have to leave here like you came. In Jesus' name. Watch this. Whenever you have an encounter with Jesus, watch, he won't leave you like you came. Whenever you come into contact with the Lord, you got to leave better than when you found him. Isaiah says, in the year that Uzziah died, I saw the Lord high and lifted up. Watch this. When he came into contact with the Lord, he said, woe is me, for I'm a wretch undone. In the very presence of God, his blemishes showed up. We become masters of hiding our mistakes. We become masters of hiding our inconsistencies. We become a master at hiding our private needs. But in the presence of him, he has a tendency to expose even the low places in your life. But I told you a few weeks ago that he's the Lord even in the low places. He's the Lord even in your low place. In other words, he's going to love you right where you are. but he won't leave you just like you are. You ought to give God a shout. Because he won't leave you like you are.
Thank you, Lord.
So the woman left her water jar and went away into the town and said to the people, come see a man who told me all I ever did. Could this be the Christ? They went out into the town and were coming to him. Watch this. She couldn't. This is what I want you to catch, and I'm getting my seat after I say this. She couldn't become her new self until she killed off her old self. She couldn't become her new self until she killed off her old. In other words, hashtag death to self. There's a new person that's trying to get out. There's a new person in you that's been suffocated by sin. And he's trying to come out. But he can't get free until you kill off and throw off some of that dead weight. This same woman who just a little while ago, we were talking about her reputation. The same one who came a sinner, but left an evangelist. In other words, he'll change you from the inside out.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired of living the double life. It bothers me when people say, oh my God, you have such a beautiful family. But I know when I go home, it ain't quite beautiful. It bothers me when you and your wife are a power couple. But I know together we have no power. That bothered me. That bothered me. I wouldn't even consider a pastorate because I knew my family couldn't handle it. Because publicly we look good, but privately we were no good.
Right.
But there was something that God had put on the inside of us. There was a new family, a new being, there was a new person that was just dying to get out, and I had to get out of his way.
Yes.
Can I suggest to you today that there's somebody on the inside of you that's just dying to get out? There's a word that he put on the inside of you that's just dying to come out. There's a person on the inside of you that can't wait to get out.
My God.
If any man be in Christ Jesus,
Yeah. Yeah.
if any man be in Christ Jesus,
Yeah.
you're a new creature.
Yes.
Old stuff, Greg, is wiped away.
Yes. Thank you, God.
And behold,
Thank you, Lord.
all things
Yes.
become new.
Yes.
And the reason why we don't like to walk in our newness is because we got old friends that say, oh, now you acting all brand new.
Yeah.
And since we don't want to seem brand new, we turn down who we are. But I dare you to just look right back in their face and say, yeah, I am brand new. He died to make me brand
That's
new.
right. That's right.
He gave his whole life that I might be brand new. And I dare not let him die in vain.
Yeah.
So you can be cool. The lady came a sinner. 6 husbands. But when she met the 7th man, she was this. We like to associate the number 6 with the enemy. But you do know the number 7 is associated with God. Number 7 is a holy number. Number 7 represents completeness. 6 times she got it wrong, Tanisha. But when she met the 7th man,
Yeah.
the 7th man triggered something in her life that made her different
Yeah.
for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
The 7th man changed her life
Yeah.
for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And when he changed her life, he put something on the inside of her. And she went back to the same brother she just left and changed their life.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but there's somebody on the inside of you that's dying to get out. Paul, but the only way you're going to get out is you got to do some from some dying David. We have to learn how to arrest our, it's not the enemy. Oftentimes it's the inner me.
Yeah.
The devil made you do it. The devil didn't make you do anything that you didn't want to do. He can't tempt you in areas that don't bother you.
Yeah.
I don't drink. You can't tempt me with a drink. Just don't bring Halle Berry, you know. The devil didn't make you do what you decided to do, but you got to learn to die daily.
Yeah.
There is no issue that you can't deal with. He said, the scripture teaches us that he will make a way of escape.
Yes, it will.
So even if Halle Berry came in this room and watched this, I know how to run. I know how to cover my eyes and go out the back door. Because in spite of how I feel, my assignment matters.
Yes.
Jesus said, let this cup pass from me. But if you don't move it, God, not my will, but he understood his assignment.
Yeah.
And I challenge somebody here today to step up to your assignment. You thought you came for a wedding, but the Lord had an assignment for your life. And I charge you to not leave this place without accepting your assignment. The door of the church is open.